Welcome to Naked Real Estate, the barrier-free experience. My name is John Su. Today's topic is, what's a reasonable amount to negotiate off the property inspection? I think one of the first things that's most important is to identify what is the purpose and function of a property inspection in a real estate transaction. So its purpose or function is to identify anything that is possibly broken or wrong with the house that would cost money to fix. So, that's pretty obvious that, that's why you get a property inspection, so there's no hidden surprises about the quality of the home. But what I often see is some clients use it as a negotiation tool, thinking, yeah, once we find all these things wrong with the property, we're going to negotiate it off and get our price lower. And yes, you're not totally wrong about that if there is something that is really wrong with the property, it has to be negotiated off the price, right? It's kind of like a broken down car. If the engine's screwed, you're not paying for a working car if the engine's screwed. But really, I guess it boils down to is, what do you negotiate off the price, what's reasonable, and what amount is a reasonable amount? So when I deal with my clients, really, if you're buying a brand new home, everything has to be perfect, not one thing wrong, everything gets fixed. But you're buying a brand new home with warranty, and for that brand new home with warranty, you also pay a premium, because typically, new construction is the most expensive real estate available, and it's kind of like the ceiling of the real estate market, right? For its obvious reasons. But if you're buying a used home, used things fall apart. There's obviously going to be something broken, right? So don't expect a perfect house when the home's not new. It's just not reasonable. So really, what's reasonable to really negotiate? For myself, when I'm working with buyers and there's something on the property inspection that needs to be remedied, if the financial cost of it to fix it is under $1,000, I typically won't even negotiate that off the purchase price. Just because really you're buying a used home and it's reasonable that some things are going to be broken. So usually my, budget or number I set is, if it costs less than $1,000 to fix, yeah, you're buying a used home, what do you expect? It's not brand new. So usually if it costs over $1,000 to fix, what I try to do is I try to get the full amount for my buyers. Why? Because when you think about it, whether this seller sells to you or to another person, that problem's still going to exist. And you've already went through the time to get the offer accepted, the financing approved and everything else. If the seller says no to you, then they're pretty much going to have to put the house on the market again and go through this whole thing again, only to come to the same conclusion of, we still have this issue on the property inspection. And sometimes sellers will just kill the deal because the amount to fix it, they can't afford it for whatever reason. But anyone who's got the money or the resources to fix it and is serious about selling, they're going to get it fixed, because you know what? The property inspection isn't going to go away. So you might as well get the deal done and everybody's happy. So say for example, does that always happen? Do I always get the full price negotiated off? Of course not. You know what? I tried my best. We try to get the full amount to get them to fix it in a satisfactory manner. But sometimes we don't get it. So for example, when's a situation like that? Say in a hot market, and it costs maybe a few $1,000s to fix, $3,000. Say you got to do the grading again, and it's a hot market. Houses are selling. This is their dream home. Like I've always told my buyers or sellers, I've never lost a deal over $5,000 ever, and I don't think anyone should ever not buy their dream home or the home that they want over $5,000. So there have been times where, hot market, they want the home. I said, you know what, if you really like that home, I would just pay it. You know what, nobody likes it, but it's a hot market, things are selling, make it happen, $3,000. If it's over $5,000 to fix, then I would say, $5,000 is quite a nice chunk of money. So that's where I'd say, I don't know about that one. So yeah, usually in up markets, less negotiation room. In down markets, you can definitely get it fixed, because you know what? Sellers are more motivated to sell. So then they'll be like, oh yeah, sure, we'll fix it, no problem. But typically, if it could cost less than $1,000, I won't even negotiate it off the property inspection. And if somebody tried to negotiate off my listing, I would tell them the same thing. Mr. Buyers or Mr. Buyer's Realtor, you're not getting a brand new home. Hence, you're paying what you're paying. Are there a bunch of things wrong? Yes, they are. So you know what? If you want to kill the deal and waste your clients $600 on the property inspection, over $1,000 less cost, then feel free to. And usually that pressure tactic usually works. And it's kind of common sense. Like, don't be an idiot over something under $1,000 and you're wasting $600. Right? There's a kind of a cost, benefit, time, cash factor that, under $1,000, $1,000 ain't gonna change nobody's world, especially in real estate. So just get the deal done. So that's my thoughts on what's reasonable to negotiate off a property inspection. Thank you. My name is John Su with Naked Real Estate, the barrier-free experience. I look forward to talking to you again.